friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Sociocritic. I am Prashant Kumar. Today let us discuss about the second lesson of economics, that is rural development. India is a country of villages. As Mahatma Gandhi told, development of its villages is the true development of India. So let us discuss about this rural development now. Let us start. So first of all, let us discuss about economic condition of rural area. How is the economic condition? In India, about 68.84% of Indian population lives in villages, and one third of the rural population lives in abject poverty. They are poor. They don't have proper employment opportunity. Many reasons are there, high population, etc. And a small land area, many people depend on that. Because of all these reasons, they were poor. And because of industrial development, urbanization, and uh, the cottage industries of rural area, they could not compete with the machine-made goods of industries. That's why cottage industries ruined. And agriculture, stagnation of agriculture. In agriculture also, people they depend on agriculture only for their livelihood. So that's why the interest not there. Many people they lost interest in agriculture also. And rural people are migrating to cities in search of job. They don't want to stay in agriculture land. They want to go to the city. That's why many people they are going towards the cities. And again, because of this, the gap between urban and rural areas is widening. All the facilities are available in urban area, but in rural area, no facility at all. That's why people are migrating. The medical facility also not there. That's why they are migrating. Okay. So this is about the economic condition of rural area. Let us discuss about the meaning and importance of rural development. What is the meaning? Rural development refers to a process of economic and social upliftment of rural area to bring them up. The condition, economic and social condition of the rural area should bring up. So that is rural development. And here, to improve the quality of life of the rural people is rural development. Only quantity not enough. Quality should be improved. Improvement of the social and economic status of the rural people by proper utilization of locally available natural and human resources. So here we have to improve the social and economic status of the rural people. How to improve? So already natural resources are there, human resources are there in rural area. We have to use it properly, proper utilization of locally available natural and human resources. We don't have to import from other places. Whatever it is, their natural resources or human resources, we have to use it. By that it is possible to develop. Otherwise, if we bring the natural resources and human resources from other places will develop, this place will not develop. The area can be developed, the human condition, it will not develop. Development of housing, education, health, hygiene, and transport system. So this infrastructure very important. These are the problems actually the rural people they are having. So if we improve this, definitely it is possible to improve the country. So that's why rural development is important for the development of housing, education, health, hygiene, transport, etc. The rural area lagging. They are lagging behind or they are lacking that one. Improvement of knowledge, skills and capabilities to work. We have to improve that, improve the knowledge of the people, skill of the people. If they are skilled, then they will get more employment opportunities, they will get more income. Their standard of life will improve. Agriculture can become a profitable and attractive occupation. So main thing is this one. Many people, they don't want to go through towards agriculture because it is not attractive. The profit not there. Krishito nasti durbiksha, old one. Now krishito jasti durbiksha. So here agriculture can become profitable by improving by rural development. It is possible to make it profitable and attractive occupation. Nowadays you can observe many people from urban areas, those who work in ITBT etc. They will leave that work and they will come to the agriculture field. They will improve there. Migration can be avoided if we make the agriculture profitable and attractive. Migration can be avoided. It is possible. It is possible only through rural development. That's why rural development important. Provided with essential facilities like irrigation, transport, communication, electricity, etc. Rural development will provide all these facilities. If these facilities are there, then definitely agriculture become profitable. Mainly they don't have these things. Small scale and cottage industries can be improved. So which ruined the present condition, that one by rural development. It is possible to improve. By that, employment opportunities can be provided and villages get more employment opportunities. Self-employment possible. See, because of small scale cottage industries, the excess people, those who depend on agriculture, can work here. If agriculture crops, because of any reason, crops failed, they can manage their income with these cottage and small scale industries. So that's why rural development important. So these are the importance of rural development. Now we have to discuss about the activities essential for rural development. What activities essential? What activities we have to do for the rural development? Development of human resource. We have to develop the human resource. How to develop? We have to provide education and health. Here, human resource means quality. Quality people, quantity not important one. 130 crore people we have, that is the quantity, that is not important one. How many are useful? Actually, resource means useful one. How a human being becomes useful? When the human being becomes educated and he is healthy, then they will come to the use of the nation. That's why we have to provide education and we have to help them to develop skill development programs important one, and health and sanitation. The public health is very important one. Then land reforms. In the rural area, land reforms very important one because of the tenants, because of the zamindari system. Many tillers of the land, they were not the owners of the land. Because of land reforms, they can get some motivation to work in their field. That's why land reforms very important one. Development of productive resources of each locality. Some productive resources we have to develop in each locality, in each area we have to develop that. So by that it is possible to develop that area. Infrastructural development. What infrastructure we have to develop? We have to provide electricity, irrigation and marketing facility, transport facilities. So these facilities we have to provide, and with that we have to provide roads and we have to provide agriculture research. So by this it is possible to develop. This is essential one. Infrastructural facility development is very important one. And not only this much, specific programs, that is elevation of property programs to alleviate poverty. Poverty elevation program. So very sorry, this is a poverty elevation program, not property, poverty. We have to avoid poverty. Then only it is the rural development activities concentrate towards that side. Rural area, many people are poor. We have to avoid poverty. So okay, these are the activities necessary. Next, we have to discuss about the Gandhi's Grama Swaraj and decentralization. Actually, providing administrative power and responsibility of developing the village to people themselves is a decentralization. What is decentralization? The local people, the rural people or the local people, they will get the power to administer, and the responsibility of developing the village they will get. Their village, they know the problem of their village. Those who are sitting in the Delhi, they can't understand the problem of the village. Our village problems, we know. That's why we will rule that. We will administer that. We will take the responsibility of developing our village. So that is decentralization. And here, power sharing will come. People participate in the decision making and they take the decision. And planning and development from the lower level, from below. So this one Gandhiji called Grama Swaraj. The rural area, the village, it should become independent, Grama Swaraj. Now how to see Gandhi's Grama Swaraj and decentralization? Here, people participate in decision making, reduce various kinds of exploitation here because they know the problems, they will discuss about their problem, they will find a solution for their problems. And exploitation not there, others will not come. Upholds human independence and dignity. It will uphold the human independence and dignity. They will become independent. They don't have to come under others. Nurture human values here, which protect the human values. And importance will be given to each and every person. So that's why Gandhiji told more importance. He gave more importance to Grama Swaraj. Okay, so this is about Grama Swaraj. Next, we have discussed very important point, key features of Panchayat Raj system. Here in India, Government of India enacted the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1993, which established uniform system of Panchayat Raj institution throughout the country. And this act conferred constitutional status to the Panchayat institutions. In 8th standard, you learnt about this local self-government. There is village panchayat, taluk panchayat, zilla panchayat, etc. So that one we have to see now key features of Panchayat Raj system. In the Panchayat Raj system, it is having three-tier system. What is three-tier system? Three levels. District level, district panchayat or zilla panchayat, what we call, and in taluk level, taluk panchayat, and in village level, village panchayat, with the Grama Sabha as the foundation. So these are the three levels, three-tier system, and direct and periodic election. Here direct election will be there and regular elections will be there. It is a key feature here. The members of the Panchayat Raj, they will be elected from the people. Reservation for SCs and STs, backward classes and women. So here also reservation is there for social, especially scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and backward classes and also women. And they should see here the reservation reason is they should also come to the main picture. That's why. Provision of major financial and administrative responsibility, budget and audit requirements. And here they will provide major financial and administrative responsibility to the local people and budget and audit requirements. So they will provide to them. Provision of executive and support staff. Yeah, one executive or support staff will be given from the government. Okay, and strict procedure for dissolution. So if they want to dissolve that panchayat, which may be taluk panchayat, it may be jilla panchayat, it may be village panchayat, strict procedure is there. It's not so easy. If they go wrong, they can be dissolved. It can be dissolved. And mandatory election within 6 months of dissolution. Before the end of 6 months after the dissolution, they should conduct the election. That is compulsory. This is These are the key features of Panchayat Raj institutions. In Karnataka, we have 30 Zilla Panchayats, 176 Taluk Panchayat, and more than 6,022 Gram Panchayats are there. Okay, so this is about the key features. Next, very important one, role of Panchayat Raj institutions. Dear students, it's very important one for the examination point of view. 4 mark questions, and that long answer question it comes. Let us discuss about that. Providing public amenities. Which will provide public amenities? Many facilities it will provide, and mainly it will provide roads, drains, etc. Basic facilities like roads, drains, drinking water, schools, etc. It will provide through rural Panchayat Raj institutions. They will provide this. Yeah, encouraging primary and middle school education. So education will be provided, infrastructure will be provided, education will be provided, expansion of health facilities. By this what happens, see, because of education and health facility the human resource will develop. That's very important one. They will work for the future development of the nation. Public distribution system in villages through rationing system. Yeah, so there is public distribution system in villages. The food grains, edible oil, etc. will be provided. Essential items will be provided to the poor. Development of rural and cottage industries. So it's very important to provide employment opportunities and to manage the financial condition of the rural people. Rural and cottage industries will help more. And Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, MGNREGS program for employment. It will provide employment opportunity. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Providing housing schemes. So housing problems are there in rural area. To solve that, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Ambedkar Valmiki Housing Program, Ashraya Yojana. These are the housing schemes. For 1 mark, sometimes they will ask this. Creating more employment opportunities. It will create more employment opportunities, Panchayat institutions, by conducting some development programs. Yeah, social welfare programs they will conduct, and by that employment opportunities they will provide. Especially construction of roads, it may be construction of drains, drinking, dams, bridges, etc. By that employment opportunity they will get. Social welfare programs for old people, old age people, disabled, widows, etc. For them, some facilities will be provided. Yeah, so they are also very important part of the society. That's why encouragement to women self-help group. It is another very important self-help group. Let's discuss in the same lesson next part. And that is self-help group will develop the women condition of the rural women especially. And with that, in villages, Panchayat Raj institutions, they will support the village fairs and festivals. By that, social and cultural activities can be encouraged. And village arts and crafts will get more impetus. So this is the role of Panchayat Raj institutions. And with that, employment opportunities can be provided to the people through nurturing the rural productive activities in agriculture, cattle rearing, poultry, fishery, social forestry, etc. And desilting of the tanks, etc. regularly, they will get employment opportunity. And also with that irrigation, they will get irrigation facilities they will provide. Yes, so these are the roles of Panchayat Raj institutions, very important. Next, women and rural employment. We can't reject this part. Women also include themselves in the women rural development. Every man's life is shaped by a woman. Every man's life is shaped by a woman. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. So that's why we should not neglect them. She not only work in the house but also outside as a farmer, worker, employee, officer, businesswoman, etc. Her role is decisive in rural development. Both men and women share the same responsibility in the economic development. They are the two wheels of the chariot. Should go hand in hand, should go together, then only the development possible. Okay, so this is about women and rural development. Next we have discussed about women self-help group. Already we discussed this one. Women self-help group. So nearly 20 members, they will come together and make one group, that is self-help group, and registered, and here organize the poor rural women. This organize the rural poor women together, make them financially independent. They will become independent financially, and every week or every month they have to pay the amount, certain amount, whatever the savings they have. By that it will become the huge capital, and there they can start any self-employment schemes, or they can get loans. So all these facilities will be there. Avail loans easily, engage in productive activities. All these 20 members in a group, they can involve themselves in the productive activities and successful in mobilizing savings and repayment of loans. So it's very important to mobilizing savings, repayment of loans of women. Alert women are able to get rid of social evils. Many social evils are there. It may be child marriage, it may be dowry, it may be female feticide, etc. There are many women, they will alert women, they will be able to get rid of this. Contribute towards building a clean and progressive society. So this women self-help group, they contribute a clean and progressive society. So it's very important one. So women and men together, and the local people, their problems, their village problems, they can understand. Together they have to sit and solve the problems of the village. And by that it is possible to develop the country. How Gandhi dreamt, what was the dream of Gandhi? So develop our country through the development of villages. It is possible. Let us join our hands for the development of our country by developing our villages. Thank you. Thank you very much.